I remember it like it was yesterday. In actuality, it was two of you that took my innocence, infected me with wickedness with increments. If I had a mental meteorologist, he would have reported me as bad weather, inclement. See, it was a demented duo that preyed upon me and had my soul longing that someone would pray for me, and my body seized each time she laid upon me. See, when he did what he did, it was in a masochistic state that he held me still, his hands cold as steel, and I'm dreaming, laying there, trying to imagine that this couldn't be happening and it wasn't real, but I was wrong. There were many awkward aggressions and aggravating attempts, things that made my soul roll into a ball, and from the highest mountaintop, my very spirit was the essence of me feeling like there was going to be a fall that was never ending. But yet and still it was demanding, and the God in heaven was somehow trying to command, because I was hating the first letter of the alphabet, because I knew the Alpha and the Omega didn't approve what was happening to me. Reality was our fathers was friends, and the three of us actually started out like that. But through the repressed realities and all of the formalities, every time we had sleepovers, when they came over, sleep was over. I felt like a bear in springtime. I wanted out of this hellish hibernation. Sleep over. She participated in it. That was your sister, and you forced her in it. And every time you did it, y'all had no remorse in it. Every time it happened, I was spazzing and reaching, wanting to catch my last breath. Age 2 years, less than a decade, I was traumatized and clueless. Now a preteen, I've contemplated my own death. Touched. Years have passed and I've carried this pain, bound, restricted, enslaved, and chained, fighting to find a way that I could possibly get free. And somebody whispered in my ears, if you look to the Father and just get on your knees. See, every time they participated and every time that there was something plated, it wasn't the state that you would think it is. And all I could figure was my life was in a fizzle situation of living forever in damnation. But to know that he's the one in his image, that I was his creation, I figured that I would still have a way out. Because Paul told me that no matter what I do, I could do my best and I would be able to survive it, because it was only a test. And this duel was dynamic in desecration. And I know that I would swing if I had a Batman, but they were robbing me of my purity. And somehow I marveled at the factor that I felt like I was a character that they were just doing a detective comic on my life. But yet and still, I had been touched. See, I understand that now I sit at God's table so my spirit can be fed. And I don't worry about the menu, because he is the bread of life. And he prepares a table in the presence of my enemies, so I feast. He died on Calvary for you, but yeah, I feel like he did it especially for me, because when he stretched out, his cross became my courage and his blood became my redemption. And when he rose out of that grave, I don't even want to mention, but that was my eternity. Songwriter put it together when they penned the thing that said just for me. But that's how he did it. And now that I'm free from it, I refuse not to testify. Now that I'm free from it, I don't have to now have weeping eyes. Now that I'm free from it, I'm free to live open and honest, and now to move on. And no more do I feel like I'm E.T., an alien. I'm continuously trying to phone home. And when I thought that the trials and tribulations in my life and the struggles of what happened to me was way too much, each day and every hour, the Father that sits above reminds me that you have been healed and delivered from my heavenly touch. That's that peace.